Hello, hello, hi there. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me. To everybody that's new here, thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate everybody that comes and spends their Tuesday evening with me. So this week our intention is my efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. My efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. So if you didn't already know, every Sunday I release an intention. It's first placed on the Meditative Astrologer Facebook page, and then I try to share it to the event that correlates, the Facebook event that correlates with that meditation for that week. So I release the intention on Sunday, so that way you can think about it and contemplate it yourself for a couple days before we meet together here on Tuesday. As always, the intention is based off of the energies that I see in the sky by looking at the astrological transits that's going on, looking at the placements, where all the planets are, what they're doing, and I try to use that as guidance to come up with a collective intention that we can all share together in a way, but utilize it within our own lives, and we can all share this meditation together while being in our own homes or at work, wherever we are privately. So you can do this on your own while still sharing it with others, which is what I think is really, really nice. And that's what I like about it. So yeah, this week our intention, my efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. So just in case this is the first time you heard the intention, I'd like to give you just a moment to think about those words and see what the first thoughts are that they bring to your mind. Usually the first thing that comes to mind is where your attention is, even if you don't notice it on a conscious level. We always know what we need, and we always deep down know where we need to go and what we need to focus on. My efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. So this week is a full moon week. So tomorrow, full moon in the sign of Gemini. And I did this last week. Let's see if we can make it work again. While we talk about the astrological part, I'm going to put up a picture of the astrology chart. And just like I said last week, if this is overwhelming looking at this, then don't even worry about it. Close your eyes, look somewhere else. Just listen to what I have to say if this is overwhelming. But I think if we start to kind of look at the chart, then it kind of gives you a little bit of visual of what is going on and the things that I'm talking about in this first little part before we start our meditation. And it might just kind of help put it all together in a way. So, so we have a full moon this week in the sign of Gemini. I think finding the moon might be one of the easier ones to find here. If you look to the left side of the chart, let's see here, find the number on the left side of the chart. If you see the number 12 and you look directly to the left of that, you will see the red symbol for Mars. And if you look just kind of a little bit above that, you'll see a symbol that looks like a kind of a crescent moon there, and that is the symbol for the moon on the chart. So focusing here on the moon, this is our full moon in the sign of Gemini. A full moon is always when the moon is opposite the sun. So if you kind of use your eyes just to kind of draw a visual line, again, if this is too much, don't worry about it. Just kind of visually draw a line across that center circle of the chart down towards the number 6, and you'll see a circle with a dot in the middle, and that is the symbol for the sun. So this is our moon coming into an opposition with the sun, which gives us the full moon. So we have a full moon this month that includes a conjunction with Mars. At the time of the full moon tomorrow night, that little symbol for the moon will be much, much closer to the symbol for Mars there, because they'll be sitting right on top of each other. And I find this to be fairly significant, and it brings a lot of powerful energy into this full moon. So we've done a lot of work within the last few months with Mercury and Venus. We've worked through a lot of stuff with our minds and our hearts. If you've been here with these meditations, you know what we've been going through every week. A lot of through Scorpio season and through the eclipse season. We've spent a lot of time bringing things up from within, bringing up repressed desires, bringing out things that we need to communicate to ourselves and to others. And now with this full moon, I feel like this is kind of a bit of a culmination of the work that we've done, namely since the most recent eclipses that we've had. And with Mars conjunct the moon there during the full moon, that is telling us that this is a time to take action, okay? So we've spent a lot of time bringing things up from within. We've done a lot of our inner work. We've done a lot with our mind, a lot with our heart, and now it's time to move forward with the action of all of the things that we've kind of worked out within ourselves and between us and with others, with us in our environment, whatever it may be. So now with this full moon in the sign of Gemini, the sign of the mind, with a conjunction with Mars, the planet of action, it is now time to use all of those things that you've worked out within your mind and within your own being, and it's time to bring those forward with action. We have, so it's also significant, I think, to point out that this conjunction with Mars and the moon during the full moon is right at the halfway point of the Mars retrograde cycle. And I find that to be significant because it's a turning point. So we're going forward, and now we're going kind of backwards. Not backwards, but we're finishing out the cycle, okay? We're finishing out a lot of cycles right now. That's what I'm trying to say. We are in Sagittarius season right now, and the energy is going to start to change here pretty soon, coming into Capricorn season. In a couple weeks we'll have the winter solstice, and that will bring not only Capricorn season as common knowledge, but it's also a big turning point in the astrological year. So we're going to have a big shift of energy here coming within a couple weeks. So I feel like we're just kind of tying up loose ends. Mercury and Venus are both going to come into an aspect with Jupiter, the planet of expansion, later on this week. And I just see this as another signifier that the things that we've worked out within our mind, within our heart, the Mercury and the Venus type things that we've already worked out within the past weeks we've been meeting here on Tuesdays, now we are going to reap the benefits of that. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, the planet of wisdom, the planet of philosophy. So now that these personal planets are coming into an aspect with the planet of expansion, it's time to reap the benefits of all of the hard work that we've done. So here we are. My efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. All of the efforts that we've taken within the last several months. Scorpio season was really deep, we all know that. Sagittarius season has been a little bit lighter, but now it's time to take the work, do all the things, and reap the benefits. Right along with this full moon, all of the aspects that we have going on, we have lots of little signifiers of just amped up energy also this week. We have lots of critical degree aspects going on. So we have aspects at 0 degrees, 1 degree, 29 degrees. Those last degrees and those first couple degrees of each sign are a little bit more powerful than the other degrees. It just kind of amps up the energy of the planet that's in that sign, and also amps up the characteristics of that sign working on the planet. So that amps up the energy. Also with a couple mutual reception things that we have going on that increases the energy. So there's a few signs that each planet kind of favor to be in, and we have some of that going on now with the aspects. So like I said, Venus and Mercury are coming into an aspect with Jupiter, and Jupiter is not only in its own sign that it rules now, in the sign of Pisces, but it also rules the sign of Sagittarius, where Mercury and Venus are going to be at the time of the exact aspect between those planets. So a lot of mumbo jumbo. What does that boil down to? These planets are connecting at the last degree of the sign that Jupiter rules, amps up the energy completely, and it's at the time of the full moon, amps up the energy even more. So this is these personal planets coming into aspect with the planet of expansion at the time of the full moon, after all of this work we've put in, and it just feels really, really good to know that all of the efforts that we put in and all of the work is finally coming to pay off, and the support that we have is right there in the sky. So this is just really, like, come on guys, this is awesome. If you've been here every week, you can appreciate how great this is, because we've been working really, really hard. So my efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. We have lots of amped up energy all the way around right now. Once again, I thought I had put my camera up a little bit earlier, so I apologize. You were looking at that chart for a little longer than I anticipated you to. My efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. Everything I just said was a very wordy way to say the stars and the planets are supporting everything you've been through within the last few months, everything that you've come through with the eclipse season, and you can actually bring that back to the eclipses that we had in the springtime. So that is the astrological piece, and let's get into our meditation. Start with lighting our intentional candle that we have every week. We always use white, right? Purity, universal healing, cleansing of the mind, soul, and body. You cannot go wrong with a white candle. Our moon water is specifically full moon water because we are in the full moon energies. Technically the full moon is tomorrow, but a couple days before, a couple days after, it's there for you. My efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. If you haven't already, find a nice comfortable spot. Get out any last little fidgets that you may have. If you need to move around because you just listened to me talk for the last 10 minutes, go ahead and do so. I have a couple extra, or a couple of my favorite crystals, I should say, joining us tonight, because this is a very special meditation. So this is one of my, probably aren't going to be able to see it very well. This is a beautiful piece of kyanite that I have that I like to meditate with. It's very calming for me. And celestialite and selenite, along with a couple little treasures here. So find your nice comfortable position, find your comfortable seat. Start to quiet your mind. If you're ready to close your eyes, go ahead and do so. If not, that is completely okay. Just kind of focus your gaze in one area. Maybe kind of look down towards the tip of your nose, kind of past your nose towards whatever surface is in front of you. And in your own time, as you're ready, start to notice your breath. We always start by just noticing our breath, not trying to change anything. We start by just recognizing where we are in this very moment. Coming back week after week, day after day, makes this process a little bit easier, doesn't it? Even if it's just in the slightest way. And after you've taken a moment to kind of recognize where you're at, take note of your breathing, you're going to start to deepen your breath with a little bit more intent. And as you take a nice, full, deep breath in, you can feel that cool air entering your nose, going down the back of your throat, right down to the bottom of your lungs. As you breathe in, your lungs expand. Your diaphragm moves down, making room for more nourishing air. Your navel moves away from your spine. And you are fulfilled. As you exhale, you feel your diaphragm move back up as your lungs empty. Navel moves back to a neutral position. And as you breathe out, you release anything that you are holding that no longer serves you. On that exhale, you release the stress, worry, fear, and blockages. And as you continue this motion of breathing in, bringing in positivity and exhaling any negativity, anything that no longer serves you. You start to become a little more in tune with your body, and you slip a little deeper into focus. And as you continue to breathe in and out, you start to feel a warmth around you. If you were to open up your eyes and look at it, you would notice a light shining down at you. What exactly that light looks like is specific to each and every one of us. But you feel this warmth shining down on you. And this is the support from above. This is love, strength, knowledge, energy, wisdom, and power. You are supported and you are guided if you choose. While still bathing in this beautiful, loving, protecting light, we're going to bring our attention to our heart space, right to the area in the middle of our chest. Perhaps you want to bring your hands physically to your chest, or perhaps you can just feel the connection to your heart, to the bridge between your lower body and your higher mind, the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, your connection to Source. At the time of this full moon, in anticipation of Mercury and Venus interacting with Jupiter, our hearts are open and ready to receive the blessings that are coming our way. And we are not afraid to take action and move in the direction that we know we are going, in the direction that we have chose for ourselves consciously by following the divine guidance surrounding us. This is a full moon of action, but the action is not even going to seem like work. It's just going to be natural, and you're just going to move and flow with the energy. Remember that Neptune is now direct, and that fog that may have been there for the last several months is lifting. Your path is clear because we have done the work to get this far. And as you feel that warm light still raining down upon you endlessly, you say thank you. Thank you for the blessings, and thank you for acknowledging the work that we have put in and that we will put in. While staying within that space in the middle of your chest, while staying within that heart space, that soul connection, physically visualize yourself moving forward, taking action, and finishing out Sagittarius season with the wisdom of Jupiter, the optimism, the positive thinking, the lofty ideas and goals. This is the space for them. It's okay to be grandiose in your ideas and your visualizations right here. Save our logical mind for outside of this space. This beautiful energy that is raining down upon you is absolutely endless. And you could sit here indefinitely and continue to feel that support. This support comes from the stars, from the planets, from our ancestors, from our guides, from the mind of God itself. Angels, friends, soulmates, all of those on the other side that are not physically here. And that is more support than any of us can physically imagine. So as this energy continues to rain down upon you, we're going to bring our attention to the base of our spine. And as important as it is to feel the support from above, it's important to ground ourselves and to tether ourselves into Mother Earth. So I want you to feel the connection below you. I want you to feel the surface below your body, and as you do, you feel yourself connecting to the earth, and to Gaia's energy, that makes life on this planet possible. And you feel so sturdy and so supported. We are supported from the heavens above and the ground below. And you can feel this energy coming into your being from both above and below your body. Take note of the difference of the two, different feelings of the two energies, because they may feel slightly different. Right now, you are completely fulfilled and illuminated. You are fulfilled by Mother Earth below you, and you are illuminated from the heavens above. As above, so below. As within, so without. We create it, and so it is. We create it, and so it is. The moon is so powerful in her full moon state, fully illuminated in the sign of Gemini, in the sign of the mind, in the flexible sign, the adaptable sign, the sign of both light and dark, positive and negative, the sign of the twins, duality combined with Mars, action, ambition, and drive. Jupiter with Mercury, the mind, the ruler of Gemini, and Venus, fulfilling all of the work that we have done here and illuminating your future. While we're still in this space for just another moment, we express our gratitude and our thanks and our love for the support that is always here and always with us. And as I bring my hands together in prayer, I invite you to do the same. If it feels right, if not, that's okay. As I lower my head, I honor this heart space within myself, this soul connection within myself and within you. And at this moment, the two are connected. The truth is that we are all always connected. It's just if we're acknowledging it or not. I am thankful for the blessings in my life and in your life. Those in the current, in the now, and in the future. I am also thankful for the struggles and all of the deep work that has gotten us to this point. Because with the deep work, we grow. And as we unfortunately start to make our way out of this space and back into our bodies, I would like to remind not only you, but also myself, that we can come back to this space at any time. And the more often we come to this space of connecting within and connecting to Source and connecting to the energies around us, the easier it gets. It might be a slow process, but I promise it gets easier. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining me on this meditation the day before the full moon. I find it very, very interesting that we often have our Tuesday meditation just a day or two around the full moon. They're not always right around there, but we often have very positive energy surrounding our meditations, and I feel that that's just absolutely wonderful. It's the guidance, it's there, it's all there. So, the full moon is tomorrow night. I have a video up on YouTube that kind of breaks down the full moon and how this is bringing forward the things that we've been working on, how this is a completion of cycles. So feel free to check that out. If you like our meditation and you like hearing this type of astrological information that kind of has the meditative side to it, then I would appreciate it if you like, follow, subscribe, do all of those things on all the different social media outlets. Every day I post a video on TikTok with astrological thoughts and energy thoughts. Our intentions that we set are always supported, but I find that when we follow the energies that are in the sky, the guidance that is there above us, that the support is just extra amped up, and we are able to flow within our goals and our intentions and the things we're trying to do. We're able to flow within life a lot easier. We are not controlled by the sky. We are not controlled by the planets. We always have free will, but when we have a nice little delicate balance of the two, where we follow the guidance, when we kind of, how I feel is I kind of feel that I kind of give myself to the planets a little bit. I know that sounds real woo-woo, but it's the divine guidance, okay? It's messages from source, from spirit, from whatever you want to call it, and it is here to help us. It's a map in the sky. What else can I say? And I just love that we have the support that we have there. So, full moon video up on YouTube. Go check that out. Enjoy this energy. So, my efforts are fulfilling and illuminating. If you haven't seen the previous meditations that kind of lead up to this point, that you can find them all on YouTube, that you can find the replays of all of them. So you can kind of go through this process yourself if you would like to, if you haven't done so with us. And it's been an interesting but great process. That's how I feel, and I hope you feel the same way. So the event on Facebook for next week is up. Feel free to go find that event on Facebook and click that you're going or interested or something like that, just to have a reminder for next week. And that is also a good way to get a notification on Facebook about the intention. So that is posted for next week. So next Sunday I will post the intention for next week, the second week of December, and that will be the intention for our meditation next Tuesday. Okay, I think that's December 13th. So your efforts are fulfilled. You are illuminated by spirit. You are divinely guided. Go forward into the rest of your week, knowing that that is so, and so it is. Because as above, so below. We are supported from the sky above into the physical body we have here on Earth. Have a great day. Have a great week. Happy full moon, and I will see you next week.